Welcome back. It's Chalky Milking Podcast. We're just back. This is a big time episode. It's some really important stuff here. We're talking about the NFL playoffs. We're going to give our overall thoughts on the season. It was a wild one, and we made it through to the playoffs at our actual scheduled date. I think that's just something to celebrate. But we're going to give our picks for the playoffs. We're going to say what we thought of the season, any bold takes that we have. Just excited to have you guys on.
Dude, it's great to be here. This is my first time, and I'm just, first ever podcast. So it's great to be here.
Mm-hmm.
Don't be nervous. There's no reason to be nervous at all.
Already pissed my
whatever
pants,
you do,
so it's
just
really
don't
only
be
uphill
nervous.
from
Stop
here.
being nervous.
Right, you gotta stop being nervous. But yeah, we got our usual trio here, no special guests. But what we do have is a Chalky Milk review. What do we got?
Well, I'm hungry, and this is a good filler. We got the TJs,
I'm gonna
Trader Joe's chocolate milk. Oh my god, let's just pour this. Let's get a 2-pour.
Let's get a 2-pour.
Yes, working on our pours. I love it. Cheema kicked it as well.
Whoa.
Ooh. That's a little disappointing. You're gonna have to get some more of that.
Bubbles are crazy.
I just poured out a That's confusing. There's a plop in the pour.
Chalky milk, baby.
Dude, this hits hard.
Every time.
The last time I had Trader Joe's on the podcast, I thought I was being overhyped, to be honest, but it's better. And I think you gotta let the chocolate milk. It's like, and some chips are better when they kind of get stale. You need to give it time. Chocolate milk, you need to give it time after you open it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna give this a 9.1.
It's a 9.3 for me. Just the facts here, no opinions.
9.2.
You look at the chocolate milk, it literally tastes like a chocolate bar. Stu Leonard's tastes like chocolate ice cream or chocolate milkshake. Trader Joe's tastes like a chocolate bar. I give it a mix of milk and dark chocolate, which is awesome. And the cow. One of the biggest things, one of the most important things we outlined and what's important about chocolate milk in the New Year's Q&A, you gotta watch it. 350 views. That puts us as the most popular YouTube video of all time. But in reality, art is the most important aspect of a chocolate milk. It's at least one of the aspects. So you gotta love that. 9.3 for me. What about you, Tyler?
I recently took a trip. I'm back now. But I brought some Chalky milk home with me.
No way.
That's awesome.
Brand, unfortunately. I was trying to find a local brand, but it was something that I've actually had before because they had it in Boston. It looks like it's from a supermarket, but it's still, you know what? We're going to take it because it looks kind of good anyway.
The glass bottle.
Fat and reduced fat. So there should not be a lot of fat in here. So if there's not enough texture here, or if there's just no body to this, then I will understand, but I am also not going to set up for failure.
Well, what that means is just 2% milk, which is reduced from whole milk. That's what that means, which this is whole milk and it says 3.25. So if that answers any questions from the audience.
That was good to know, yeah. Always good to have that informational in there.
I always wondered what whole milk was. Does it go from 100% to 2? That seems impossible. It goes 3.25.
Yeah, no, you can tell there's not a lot of chocolate in there. Or not a lot of fat. The chocolate is there. It's not a substantial amount. So this isn't going to be in the 9 area. And probably not 8.5 or above, but I'm going to need some more. It's not that bad. It's not that bad.
Wait, tell the people where you got it. You said you were on a trip, but where?
Ludlow, Vermont.
Yeah, that's crazy.
It got cold, so we decided to go further north. It's a great decision.
Yes.
Yeah, this I won't lie. This is hard to peg down. This is definitely in the 7s range. I don't know. Yeah, if you're further up north, you can find the O Organics probably, at least in the northeast. But I'm gonna say that this is probably a 7.6. No, 7.
It's not bad.
7.6.
7.8.
It's 7. I'm gonna stick 7.6. Oh,
don't be crazy.
Oh, Organics chocolate milk. It's decent. There's some chocolate in there. There's a little bit of fat in there. It's not awful, but there's not any substantial flavoring to it.
Mhm.
Nothing to write home about.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I respect that. I think if you're in the 7s, you're doing things right. If you're in the 9s, you're electric.
Exactly.
Yeah, just straight up.
Electric City.
Electric. But yeah, great analysis, great chocolate milk reviews. We're looking to provide content for the people at this point, but one of the contents that we look to provide is some football analysis. We are probably the 3 most knowledgeable people about football. We know what football is and we know what a football looks like. And what we look and see at right now is a crazy NFL season. We want to give some hot takes. We want to give some bold takes. We want to give some very normal takes. We want to give some freezing cold takes that are just not going to work out about the NFL season. And we want to give our predictions for, who's going to win the championship and the Super Bowl. So what do you guys think? Like, what are your overall thoughts on the season?
I mean, the winners, like the surprises, gotta give that to Buffalo.
Shout out Ben Stein over there.
Shout out Ben Stein. I said Buffalo gets a dub. Chicago and the Colts for making it to the playoffs against all odds. And even though the Redskins made the playoffs, that whole division gets an L.
Washington?
Yeah, not the Redskins, just the football
Yeah, not
team.
anymore.
The fact that they played a whole season without a name is an
L. Last night I was listening to the end of football team versus the Eagles, and it was funny because the commentator slipped up and said Washington Redskins instead of Eagles, and they acknowledged it, and they were like, "Whoops, we weren't supposed to do that." Well, we've been good little boys all night, so it's fine. And I just thought that was a weird thing to say. Like, who says good little boys?
Yeah,
like
that's
it was
wild.
Jim Nantz who called himself a good little boy. I just whatever, but. Yeah, I mean, it's only December, so it hasn't been that long, but this season's been pretty good. A lot warmer than usual, so that was nice. Hopefully we get some snow in through February. So.
Yes, good. Thank you for your take on this season.
Yeah, good season.
You meant football.
That's crazy. I watched that whole game as well. The football team against the Eagles. I gotta give some credit to the football team. Like, I gave them a 0-16 record at the beginning of the year because they didn't have a name. I think it makes sense that they're changing their name, but just having a team called the football team, I think it's actually pretty funny. And Alex Smith
is iconic.
Alex Smith, just coming back from like not having a leg, and Ron Rivera coming back from cancer. I think they deserve to be in the playoffs. I kind of wanted the Giants to get in at 6-10 just to see what would happen. But I would like to give a take. So the Eagles, they just put in their third string quarterback late in the game in a 3-point game because they wanted to evaluate the quarterback position. Let me just say this: Doug Peterson is a clown. He's a clown. That was terrible. If you're the Giants, like, I definitely understand you like just being sad about this. You missed the playoffs because Jalen Hurts was not in the game, in my opinion. You won 6 games though, so like, did you really deserve to be in the playoffs?
Yeah, it's like, yeah, it's kind of annoying that another team gave up because they weren't making either way. So then that reflects on you. But
yeah,
maybe should have won one more game throughout the season. Maybe should have beat the Redskins. There's a lot, or a football team, a lot of things you could have done, and you kind of didn't. So who are you to blame?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But
I mean, if we're being honest, the Eagles did secure the 6th pick overall in the draft. So, I mean, there's a little motivation there.
I guess if they tank better than the Jets, we can all admit that. But so what bugs me the most about the move that they did, Doug Peterson, when he was interviewed after the game, he said they were playing to win while putting in Nate Sudfeld. And the facts are that's an absolute lie. Nate Sudfeld, I think he went like 2 for 11 or something. He was terrible. He was unwatchable. It was a bad display of quarterbacking. He does not make my elite quarterback list, the top 10 quarterbacks active. He does not make it.
And we know it's easy to make that list.
We know it's easy. But it's just, if you're gonna do that, just like, don't lie to the press. There's no way you were playing to win with Nate Sudfeld at quarterback. And like now Washington, the football team, they now question whether they deserve to win the division, because if Jalen Hurts was in that game, Eagles have a much better chance. I think they score a touchdown, they win that game 21-20. There's a lot of question in the air. I think if you're the Giants, if you're the New York Football Team Giants, you have to go out there in Philadelphia next year and just absolutely crush it.
Yeah, I don't know if Washington's really focusing on that. They're probably like, you know what, we
I
got
feel like
the
the fans
playoffs.
though.
Fans maybe, especially if they lose their first game, it'd be like, well, were we even a playoff team?
Yeah,
Speaking of, shall we go into our brackets?
we can go into the brackets. Can I give a shout out though to Kirk Cousins? Dude's elite.
Yeah.
He's the best quarterback in the NFL. He led the Vikings to a 7-9 record. Who's stopping that?
9
He did
teams.
throw 30. Yeah, that's fair. He did throw 35 touchdowns though. You gotta respect it. So yeah,
That's pretty good.
yeah.
And you can't stop Kirk Cousins.
Mhm.
Numbers,
You literally can't.
as we know, numbers always lie.
Yeah,
So
numbers are liars. 9
Mhm.
teams stopped Kirk Cousins, but that doesn't mean anybody stopped him. Absolutely.
yeah,
Should
totally.
we get into it?
Let's get into it. One change from last year. It's interesting. 7 teams in each conference instead of 6. That I think it's wild. But I love it. I love seeing 7 football teams in the playoffs. It just adds.
Yeah.
This wild card weekend Sunday is going to be insanity. It's going to be absolute insanity.
I think it's a good move, and I like how. So it used to be 2 teams would get a bye, and then there'd be 2 wild card games, and now it's 1 team gets a bye, and there's 3 wild card games.
Yeah.
So it's not like they're adding games, like if they added another round or something. So it's not like a player safety issue. They're just adding games, and that's fun, and it makes the 1 seed more valuable than it was before.
Yeah.
So what's up?
What's up?
Yeah.
How should we do? I think we should go around and just each person says their whole bracket, because our matchups will be different depending on who we think wins each game. So
I can start, because
let's
usually
see.
the way it goes is I give like the boring but like probably accurate takes. Cheema gives true but kind of wild takes, and then Tyler doesn't know what we're talking about.
Yeah.
So I can
when it comes
I
to
can do
football.
that.
To be fair, I know, like, I have been kind of paying attention this season, and also thankfully they all have little numbers next to them with rankings, and that was so helpful.
And their
That's
records. Yeah, but you'll give the Mimi answers.
Yeah.
All right, but I'll go first. AFC 4-5 matchup, Titans Ravens. Last year, Titans beat the Ravens. They just feed the king, Derrick Henry, 2K rushing yards, number 8 ever to do that. And the Ravens, while they have been winning a lot, it's kind of just Lamar Jackson out there, you know.
Lamar.
Defense, I don't know if I trust them to stop their run. Their wide receivers kind of suck. I'm gonna give that to the Titans. So Titans take that dub. Good for them. They're
Good
cool.
stuff.
Okay. Then I got Colts, Bills. Not gonna talk about this too much. Cool that the Colts made it. I didn't think they would. I also forgot that they had Phillip Rivers when I made my preseason rankings, but then Bills are wild. Bills take that W. And then Browns Steelers. Even though the Browns just beat them, I like rooting for the Browns. I think it's fun. Baker Mayfield is a winner, even if he is also kind of a wiener. But I am assuming that Big Ben will play.
Yeah,
And
he'll play.
it's kind of hard because the Steelers started out so good and they kind of fell off. But I think the Steelers will get a dub because the Browns defense is injured and not good to begin with. So then I'm gonna go through the AFC first.
Yeah.
So then I have Chiefs, Titans. Chiefs are impossible to stop. Going Chiefs for that one. Bills, Steelers. Bills are the Chiefs of the North. So Bills beat the Steelers. Then I got Chiefs, Bills. I think the experience on the Chiefs helps them overcome. Josh Allen's young. He hasn't really played in playoff games before. I think like 1 last year or something. And the Chiefs are they got more options because they have better running, I think. So I'm gonna go Chiefs represent AFC in the Super Bowl. Then down NFC.
NFC.
Bears. I'm upset that they made that over the Cardinals because the Bears are stupid.
Yeah.
Going up against the Saints, and the Saints are not stupid. So Saints get that W. Hopefully we see Taysom Hill. That'd be insane.
That'd be wild.
And Seahawks Rams, 2 NFC West children. I'm gonna go Seahawks. I just trust Russell Wilson to will them to a victory in that one. Then we got Bucks football team, which is kind of hilarious because Tom Brady is almost guaranteed a playoff win no matter what. So I'm giving that to the Bucks. And then ready? Saints, Seahawks. Saints are a more complete team. Saints. Bucks, Packers. Now this, I think, the winner of this game goes to the Super Bowl and beats the Saints. I have Packers on my official bracket just because defensively the Packers are more sound than the Bucks, and Mike Evans just got hurt. But either way, I think the winner of that goes to the Saints. And then in my official bracket, I have Packers winning, but I really don't know. It could be Chiefs. I just didn't want to pick the Chiefs. Go A-Raj.
Go
I hope he gets his
A-Raj.
MVP. He's my MVP favorite.
I'd definitely say so. Definitely, Rodgers, Mahomes, Allen. Those would be my top three. Aaron Rodgers, like the thing with Aaron Rodgers, he just doesn't throw interceptions. It's insane. I've never seen a quarterback do that. I don't think he's the greatest of all time. Yeah, I give that to Tom Football Brady, but Aaron Rodgers can do it. He can sling it. Sling it. I love that bracket. I love the analysis. Should I do mine?
No.
Yeah.
No.
Okay, fine. God.
All right. I guess I'll do mine now. First off, I want to say I'm really happy to be with the people today. This is going to be awesome. We're going to start with the AFC. First off, I definitely want to say that I think the Chiefs are going to get past the bye week. I think they are going to just get to the second round. And then you got, 2-seed Buffalo Bills against the 7-seed Colts. I got to give a shout out to Phillip Rivers here. Like he's older and he's still slinging it. Like, he sort of lost his job with the Chargers. They wanted to move on to a different quarterback. He goes to the Colts on a 1-year prove it deal. And I think he proved it. He played pretty well. He at least played well enough. So gotta give credit there. I think the Colts are a good team, but the Buffalo Bills are just exciting. They are young. They just are having fun on the football field from what I've seen. They absolutely annihilated the Dolphins last week. And the Dolphins are a good team, deserving to make the playoffs over the Chicago Football Bears. I'm going to give the Bills the win 34-20. I'm using scores in mine. It's crazy. 34-20. That's a great pour, Tyler.
You got to respect that pour right there.
Josh Allen is from Fireball, California. Great quarterback. 3-seed Steelers against 6-seed Browns. I've said it before. I will say it again. I love Baker Mayfield. I think he is the greatest thing since sliced bread. He's sliced gluten-free bread. He is awesome. He's not the greatest quarterback, though. I'll just stay in the facts here. He's solid enough. And the fact that he's gotten the Cleveland Browns to the playoffs is enough to build a legacy on, in my opinion. I think that no more Baker Mayfield slanders allowed. He brought the Browns to the playoffs. Even if there's like a really good team around him, Baker Mayfield solved the quarterback problem. They beat the Pittsburgh Steelers. I do not like the Steelers at all. I don't know. I just don't think they're going to get it done. I think the Browns are winning this game 16-13. Baker Mayfield is going to have an elite performance, 182 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception.
It's not
Absolutely elite.
That's so specific and so not good.
Well, it's fine. He's going to do enough to win the game. He's also going to have 4 rushes for 31 yards. It's going to be insane.
Cheema has like a lot of bets placed, and he's like praying that these all work out. Come on, I spent my rent money.
Yeah, but that's the facts there. Browns are winning the game behind Baker Mayfield's elite performance. Now, the Titans and the Ravens is an insane. I think it's probably the best matchup of wild card weekend. Like the Titans are so good. Derrick Henry, 2,000-yard rusher, but give some credit to that man, Ryan Tannehill. Like he does enough to win, and he threw like 33 touchdowns this year. That's insane considering like where he was at in Miami. He signed for Tennessee in a backup deal, and now it's like, I think he's an elite quarterback. I'd say he's elite. Another elite quarterback's Lamar Jackson. You gotta give some credit. The Ravens were like the 10th or 11th team in the AFC with like 4 or 5 weeks ago, and they just won out. I knew the Ravens were going to be here, but they're not going to win. They're not going to beat the Titans. Derrick Henry's just going to run all over them. J.K. Dobbins for the Ravens, he also runs over people, but he's not going to run over as many people as Derrick Henry. Ryan Tannehill is going to throw for 1 touchdown. He threw for like less than 100 yards and won 2 playoff games last year. He's going to do it again, 94 yards. Tennessee 45, Baltimore 31. The Chiefs will play the Browns and beat the Browns. 28-12. Don't need to go into it too much. The Browns are going to score 4 field goals. Baker Mayfield is not going to throw an interception, but he's only going to have a 52% completion percentage. He has those games for 174 yards. So you got to give the Chiefs a 28-12 win. Patrick Mahomes is a good quarterback. Let's state the facts. Then the Bills and the Titans. This is going to be another elite matchup. 2 great quarterbacks. Just 2 good teams. Great cities, Buffalo and Nashville. Bills are winning this game 31-23. I love Josh Allen. I think he's amazing. He gets it done. He's from Fireball, California. He gets it done 31-23. And then I see the Bills beating
Josh
the Chiefs.
Allen is the next Baker Mayfield.
Yeah,
I mean that was the highest praise.
Absolutely. Just picking the same draft, but that's what the comparison said. It's crazy, but I like the Chiefs, but I like the Bills more. They come from Buffalo. They got the Bills Mafia going with them to Kansas City, even though they probably won't be allowed in the game because they'll just be Chiefs fans. And they're going to bring some Buffalo wings over to that Kansas City barbecue, and they're just going to beat them out. 21-20. Patrick Mahomes is going to have an uncharacteristic 1 interception. Josh Allen is going to have a characteristic 2 fumbles, but they are going to win. Bills in the AFC. Now we're looking at the NFC. This is an elite conference. They have 2 teams that probably shouldn't be in Washington, I think, deserves it. I don't know why, but I think they do. Bears don't. That's okay. The Green Bay Football Packers are going to make it past the bye week. I believe they will. They're going to move to the next round. And you got the Saints and the Bears. I said just now that the Bears do not deserve to be in the postseason. They don't, but they are going to beat the Saints. They are going to beat them. They're going to win on 6 field goals, 18-17. That's a tough end of Drew Brees' career, but it's just going to happen.
Oh my God.
Mitchell Trubisky, let's state the facts here. Mitchell Trubisky is an elite quarterback. 16 touchdowns, 8 interceptions on the year, a 6-3 record. Nobody's stopping that except for 3 teams. The Bears are going to move past the Saints. I think that's the facts. I don't know why.
That's the hottest take we've had so far.
That's the most normal.
Probably
take.
The worst. But hey, that's what we're here for.
I don't know if it's the worst. Just looking at Money Mitch, they call him Money Mitch for a reason. Nick Foles can step in if they need to. They could do 2 quarterback formation. Bears winning it on 6 field goals. No more double doinks.
Wait, 6 field goals and no touchdowns?
No touchdowns.
That's what he
So they
said.
have 18 points.
Mm-hmm.
And they stop the Saints. Would the Saints get like 14 or something?
17.
Saints get 17.
Drew Brees is old.
18.
I don't know. He's like fine, but not fine enough, in my opinion, to beat those Chicago Bears.
They should honestly just put Taysom Hill in because when he was playing, they were like predictably good, but Brees kind of up and down.
Drew Brees threw 3 touchdowns against the Panthers last game, though, so I don't know if that will happen.
Yeah, I actually was gonna say I don't know about that one, but just yeah.
Yeah, like it's okay to have cold takes. Just it's fine. We're gonna look at the Seattle Seahawks against the Rams. I have no confidence in the Rams because I just don't have confidence in Jared Goff. I don't know. It's just the way he just throws the ball. I don't know. I just don't really see it for the postseason. I think he can still play. The eye test does. I just don't see it with the eye test. I think it's going to be a defensive showdown. The Seahawks are going to win 17-6. I think Jared Goff is going to throw for 221 yards, 0 touchdowns, and 1 interception. It's going to be wild.
You should bet on do a parlay of the entire weekend.
That'd be crazy.
These, or maybe just some games here and there.
Mm-hmm.
And it's because if you get 4 of these right and you parlay them together, that's insane odds.
That's insane.
You put $10 down, you're getting 10,000 back if it's true.
That'd be wild. I'd totally do that.
Someone out there, we know you're listening, you degenerate sports gambler. Listen to us and everybody pick one of our things and just put all your money in it.
Mine's the lock. Just Drew Lock, quarterback for the Broncos. Next game, the wash, the football team against the Tampa Bay Bucks. Tom Brady's got this down. I believe in him. I'm wearing the Patriots hat. He definitely won the year over Bill Belichick. Let's state the facts. Tom Brady's Bucks 11-5. So, Cam Newton, Bill Belichick's Pats 7-9. I'm honestly pretty happy for Tom Brady.
I think that if you look at Brady's new situation, the team around him and his coach, it's a lot better than Belichick's new situation, which is the team he has. So
yeah, I completely agree. But one number that you're not looking at is Tom Brady's 43 years old. There's no quarterback that is going to perform without any wide receivers. I feel bad for Cam Newton. I think I wouldn't mind him coming back. I don't think he's a bad quarterback at all. I think he's pretty good. But you got to state the facts here. Tom Brady's going to throw for 3 touchdown passes. He's also going to run for 1. He's going to do a little QB sneak. They're going to win the game 28-12. Alex Smith leads Washington to 4 field goals, and that's just how it's going to work. You move into the Packers and the Bears. The Bears have 0 chance in that game. They're going to lose 38-3. Mitchell Trubisky is going to get benched in that game. He's going to throw for 38 yards and 2 interceptions. Then Nick Foles is going to come in and do just as bad. 38-3. Now I believe the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are going to beat the Seattle Seahawks 27-21. I just don't see with the Seahawks. I don't know why. They don't have the eye test for me, just like the Rams. NFC West, no eye test there. 27-21, Tom Brady just gets it done. But I don't see him getting it done in the NFC Championship game. The Bucs, they absolutely annihilated Aaron Rodgers and the Packers in the regular season. They got Aaron Rodgers throw for 2 interceptions. Like, that's insanity. But guess what? Aaron Rodgers is going to throw for 2 interceptions in this game and win. It's going to be crazy. Tom Brady's also going to throw for 2 interceptions. It's going to be an interceptions galore, but a lot of touchdowns as well. 31-21. Bills Packers Super Bowl. The experience is going to play out for Aaron Rodgers. He's going to win it 34-23. He's the MVP and the Super Bowl MVP. Great season for the Bills, though. I'm just going to say it. But Green Bay Football Packers win it all.
Wow, so we have the same pick.
Yeah, sorry.
And it's not the favorite, so that's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm. What about you, Tyler?
Wait, can I just quickly just interject with some shout outs, because I was gonna do that and then you did it and I forgot.
That's fine.
Shout out Rivers. He's the best quarterback to never play in a Super Bowl. And that's kind of just like a truth.
Oh my goodness.
If you look at all of them, that's kind of just like true. Tannehill did play great. Doesn't get credit. And then Packers are like, they really could go 1 and done, or they could win the Super Bowl. And that's kind of interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they're more likely to go 1 and done than the Chiefs are.
Yeah. Can I give one more shout out?
Yeah.
Okay. I gotta give a shout out to Anthony Calvillo of the Montreal Alouettes of the Canadian Football League. He won 3 Grey Cups. Let's go. He's going to my honorable mentions.
Let's hear your take.
While we're at it, can I just shout out my fantasy football team? Like, was it? No.
Yeah,
while we're here, I have to shout out Andrew Choccy, who won our fantasy football league. The West took the ship.
West is the best.
Huge,
no one ever questioned
not very
it.
surprising, because we've always been better. Yeah, I mean, listen, Noah Tannin fought really hard to get there. You got to respect it. The fact that he was a vessel for the East to take all their crazy opinions out in is kind of sad, because he was actually a decent fantasy player. But yeah, get him next time.
Yeah, let's just state the facts here. There's some collusion from the West. Noah Tannin deserved to win. It should have been just an East playoff. Also, give a shout out to my fantasy football team. I beat Ben Larson twice. Ben, you lost. I won the championship. It's crazy.
Yeah, while we're talking about collusion, I just want to point out, it's the end of the season now, so I can say this. We actually have a group chat called West Side Collusion.
For what it's worth,
no,
we had it.
May have colluded.
Nothing even happened from it. Nothing even. Nobody benefited. It was just kind of so that we could talk about the East, and we're like, it was like we decided that it was something like, if like I won, it would be like, we thought we would get it to be like an all West playoffs. But I ended up winning anyway. Like, no, Asa didn't even like bench his players. Nothing even happened.
Yeah, and also, I mean, the other thing we were talking about is trading all of our good players to Warshawski, but 1, it was past the trade deadline, so he couldn't. And 2, Warshawski didn't even want any of our players. His team was so good. So.
Yeah. Recognize that your conference is lesser, and the East is going to be all in the playoffs next year. So yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
But anyway, on that note, I have the actual accurate predictions in front of me now. for the playoffs this year. Like I said, it's been a great season so far, but this is where it really cools down and gets really cold and hopefully snows. I like snow in the winter.
Snow's good.
Yeah, and
All right,
so
but
I
it was
mean,
funny the first time.
Okay. First matchup, we got the Ravens Titans. Like you guys said, Ryan Tannehill is pretty good. I have AJ Brown, who's the big receiver for the Titans, and he's been pretty good. But I think Trace McSorley is just gonna outgun them all. He's dude,
Yes.
get that guy. He has the greatest theme song. Like, how could he not win? You know what I mean? Ravens 102, Titans 91, right? Was it just so many 3-pointers from Trace?
Yeah, basketball scores.
So up next
Yeah.
we got Colts 7. Not
Colts
sorry, no.
7.
The Colts are the
Who's gonna
seventh seed. The Bills are the second seed. I think as Josh Allen is probably one of the he's one of the best quarterbacks on here, and he's got such a good team surrounding him. There aren't even any All-Stars that I can name there, but they're just so many good players. I think the problem is the opposing quarterback is just so. I mean,
Diggs.
I worry Rodrigo is gonna throw like 5 touchdowns in this game, so I don't
Blankenship?
think the Bills are able to get it done.
Yeah,
But-
respect,
No
respect.
chance.
Respect,
Yeah,
respect.
and then Phillip Rivers is gonna kick the game-winning field goal. It's gonna be insane, guys.
He's like 25 kids.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy.
25 kids.
Nah, he's like 8 or 9.
He has like 7 or 8 or something, like crazy.
Mm-hmm.
25.
Yeah, dude. I mean, give them a win while you're here at it. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Up next, we got the Browns and the Steelers. I actually do think the Steelers are going to be better than people think, and they'll be good enough to win this game. But I think Juju Smith-Schuster is going to dance on the Browns helmet, and then they're all going to be mad, and they're just going to destroy him. So I do give this one to the Browns. I think the Bake Show is going to go off. Although I
Show.
would say that while the Steelers have faltered, I think they're going to be able to bring it back, but it's not enough. Chase Claypool needs to get off TikTok. I think Bears Saints here. I had Kyler Murray in my fantasy team. I don't like the Bears, so I'm just gonna say
Yeah, he's not on the
Kyler
Bears.
Murray's not on the Bears or the
He's on the
Saints.
Cardinals.
yeah,
You
I
know
know,
who-
and I don't like the Bears because he would have been in the playoffs. It wasn't for them,
Oh.
so that wasn't. Hey, okay, I'll admit I have
There's
some
like
stupid calls right now, but that
That
one
was like
was
a
not
weird.
that bad.
You're like, I had Kyler Murray, but I don't like the Saints. So,
I literally thought you thought Kyler Murray was on the Bears. I gotta relax here.
It's
I'll give
funny
you more
because.
credit.
Yeah, I think and while we've done talking about Drew Brees is really good, I think Taysom Hill is going to get 6 sacks. He's going to go off this game. Was it? He just does it all. He just does.
I know that's like a joke, but he does like play defensive
does.
line, so like it's not impossible.
I was going to say, I'm sitting here thinking I can't say he is going to catch a lot of passes because he does. I can't say he's going to rush because he does, and he can pass too. So
He's insane.
dude, guy's a freaking champ. Future of
You know what he
future of-
hasn't done yet? Kick or punt.
Mhm.
Well,
He's going to
this
get a
is the week.
92-yard punt return
week.
touchdown.
No, he does that.
He does?
He
No, doesn't.
returns.
Oh yeah.
No way.
He has
Absolutely.
returned. No, he's gonna get a
He's so
71-yard field goal to ice the game.
He's gonna ice it.
It wouldn't surprise me, honestly. This one I'll make a regular take. The Buccaneers over the Washington football team. I mean, it's just pretty obvious. Tom Brady has an amazing offense. Fuck AB. Excuse my language, but and I
AB.
don't like Antonio Brown. But with that said, I do think Tom Brady is gonna light up the field. I mean, like obviously. And then Rams Seahawks. I actually have the Rams because I don't know. Russell Wilson is really good, but I will said that they're just gonna
Wilson?
will their way into this win, and I just didn't like the way that sounded because that's not how football works. So I'm giving it to the Rams. They were really good before. They're still kind of good. But then, I mean, for the next one, because I'll just keep going down the list. We have the bye game. The Ravens came out. I thought they were pretty good. But I think, dude, the Giants are just so much better. They're just gonna beat them. I mean, the number one, 16-0. How can you compete with that? You know what I mean?
Dude,
Daniel
yeah.
Jones, the MVP, is going to take them down with Tyreek Hill at his side.
Or is this the Chiefs game?
Yeah, the Chiefs are going to beat the Ravens. That's what I meant. Sorry, I just blacked out for a second, and I went to a dream world where the Giants were in the play.
Hey, you know
you-
what? If Jalen Hurts is in that game, maybe Giants are in the playoffs. You never know.
Yeah, that's a great point. Yikes.
My God.
And then I think before I said Colts Browns, I think the Bills win that game. So they're gonna go against the Chiefs in the NFC. Then we have Saints Bucks. I'm gonna say I actually have the Bucks over the Saints in this game. I just think they've been making so much money over this past season. Like, dude, $1 for your own ear. What a great deal. That's a dad joke. You'll get it later.
a buck.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh my goodness.
I think we're gonna have to remove you from the Chucky.
Yeah.
Sorry, but you
Oh my
kind of
goodness.
deserve it.
Okay, that one I might have earned it. I'll give you that.
No, I love that. Love that
And
confidence.
then at the beginning of the year, I can't believe I got this right. But we said Jets 14-0-2. And I mean, number 1 seed. It happens.
Yeah.
I just call stuff sometimes. You know what I mean? So then the green team, that's the number 1 seed. It's the Jets. It's not the Packers. It's going to beat the Rams. Yeah, Sam Darnold is losing his career. And that's sad, but at least he'll get one last thing to do before it happens.
Which is beat the Saints.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, the Saints?
Wait, no, I thought it was the Packers.
The Bucks.
Oh, no. The
I'm
Jets beat the
confused too.
Bucks.
Don't worry about
Wait,
it.
no,
Okay.
who did you say? Oh, they beat the Bucks. Yeah.
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 And then up top in the NFC game, I believe I said Bills Chiefs.
That's
right?
the AFC. You're
AFC.
wild right
Yeah.
Man, what's in your chalky milk?
The PFC, the Bills are going to beat the no. The Chiefs are going to win. I have the Chiefs winning, beating the Bills. I know the Bills are good. I know Josh Allen is good. I know that's not the most fun take that we've made here. But dude, just Patrick Mahomes is just so elite. I remember what happened last year, and I can't help but think that he's going to keep it rolling in the playoffs.
Name one good player on the Chiefs.
Rodrigo.
Besides
No,
Mahomes.
he's on the Colts.
He's on the
Besides
Colts.
Mahomes.
I don't know. I'll get back to
You muted yourself. Okay.
They got to start Chad Henne.
you.
Chad Henne's elite. He threw 2 touchdowns in the loss against the Chargers, so watch out.
Yeah, Alex Smith is the best player on the Chiefs. Throwback.
Jesus.
But anyway, so then they're going to be into the Super Bowl, and they're going to play the Packers, because as good as Tom Brady is, it's going to be so much fun watching him lose.
I thought they were going to play the Jets.
I thought they were playing the Jets.
That's what I meant.
Wait.
Oh.
Okay.
This is a
It's
wild
because
story.
the Jets have just been packing it so well that that's just an awful. The Jets are going to be in the Super Bowl. They're going to beat. They're going to beat the Bucks. I just want out of here. The Chiefs win the Super Bowl. Game over.
Okay, so
I don't know, man. Yeah, that's it.
So the Chiefs beat the Jets.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that was like a story.
That was more cringeworthy than it was meme.
Wait, so we
honestly,
all
it was pretty
picked
funny.
the Packers to beat the Chiefs in the Super Bowl.
No, I picked the Bills to go.
Oh, okay. But we all picked the Packers. You just
all
picked the Bills.
Packers. Why are we so? Why
Smart.
do we like the Packers so much? What's going on?
They're the 1 seed, and then football seeding,
Seeding
it's
helps.
pretty good tell.
Yeah, Devontae Adams, Aaron Jones, and Sam
Rodgers.
And Jordan Love. Don't forget about him.
Remember
Matt
BJ
LaFleur.
Raji?
Robert Tonyan was my fantasy football tight end for 2 weeks. That guy's elite. Get it done. Just probably one of the greatest players to ever play on the football field, besides for James Devlin. That's crazy. Oh, I love the predictions. You know, we all believe in the Green Bay Packers. And they're probably not going to win now. We may have jinxed them, but you just got to knock on wood.
It's almost always like 1 seed or 2 seed historically.
Yeah.
And maybe that was the bye week, so maybe now it'll always be a 1 seed.
You know, Tyler, I really thought you were going to pick the Jets, but I guess not.
Hey, it happens, man. You know what? Aaron Rodgers will get him next season.
Yeah.
Next season, predicting it now, Jets, Giants.
Oh my
Jets,
God,
Giants. That would be insane.
Mhm.
The amount of money that they would make from the
that'd be
New York market would be insane.
Yeah.
So who's your guys' MVP? Is it Aaron Rodgers?
Aaron Rodgers, Justin Herbert for
Yeah.
offensive rookie.
Yeah,
That'll be a tight
Herbert
race.
for Overroy. Most disappointing team. You just it's gotta be the Lions. They're always
Denver. I
sad.
mean,
Oh yeah, Denver.
we expected
I was
that.
so
We
high
all
on the
thought Denver would
Broncos.
be good.
I was so high on the Broncos. I'm gonna look. Oh, the Texans. Obviously, they're disappointing as hell. They went 4-12. Eagles, mad disappointing. 4-11-1 and whatever. The Eagles are a mess. I get why
The whole
Carson Wentz
division.
wants to leave now. It's an absolute mess. It's terrible.
It's easy. It'd be easy to say Cowboys, but they did lose Dak, so it's
Yeah.
kind of.
I think they achieved what they needed to do. But yeah, I feel like we can wrap this up. I feel like we've covered what we need to cover.
Yeah.
Oh, just real quick, can I give my MVP pick? Because I think it's actually going to be a
No,
tie
yeah.
between Roger Federer and Mia Hamm. So
No
I'm
chance.
All right. Thanks for watching.
Yeah. Two football predictors and Tyler. Just it was an absolute pleasure just being here today. If you don't like to see our faces, you can listen to the podcast on Spotify. 142 subscribers on YouTube. We'd like to get that over to 1 million. We're already at 1,000, so let's get some more. And just, if you want to see more football content, just leave a comment saying, hey man, love the football content. Let's see some more Tyler predictions. And I'm just super excited for the future. Yeah.
Thank you so much for watching.
Also Instagram. Or did you say that?
Instagram. No, I didn't. You gotta follow the Instagram. We're gonna be posting some just great content for the people. It's gonna be crazy. But yeah, boys, really appreciate you guys coming on today. This is some great content.
Watch the new video.
Watch the new video. Go Packers and Patriots. Packers for the Super Bowl, Patriots forever. And go Tom Brady as well.
Mm-hmm.
Until next time, see ya.